Yo, what's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to the R&D show. It's your boy, Shaud. Alright, I just got in from working out, so I kind of look terrible. A little rough, a little scruffy, you know what I'm talking about? Still got my little bands on, but yeah. But I wanted to get in here and make this video real fast while it was heavy on my mind about what transpired last night on Twitter. So Candiace from Real Housewives of Potomac, she hadn't watched the episode from Sunday yet. She finally found some time to, well, she's seen some clips pretty much. And so what happened on the Real Housewives of Potomac on Sunday is the ladies all went to, I believe it's called PAVE, an organization that was talking about sexual assault. And each lady was sharing their experience and, you know, the things that had happened to them. And Giselle had pulled one of the ladies that work for that organization to the side just to ask for more information about, you know, how do I look for the signs? How do I prepare my girls for things of that nature? How do I protect them? And based just off of that, Candiace, you know, she's seen that clip. And so she goes onto Twitter and she says, "It's triggering to watch a woman who accused someone of sexual assault speaking about sexual assault. I'm tired. I'm actually very tired." And so like from there, she started a thread. And she's just saying pretty much, people who manipulate words and blatantly misuse the English language to insinuate that anyone sexually assaulted them is criminal. He made me go into a hotel room, yet another iteration of her sexual assault insinuations, that she would now sit and speak as if she is an advocate for sexual assault awareness is morally corrupt and criminal. So of course, you know, some people read this and immediately, "Oh, Candiace, you're reaching, that's a reach. Girl is tired, get over it." So on and so forth. It's very interesting that there's so many people that are not listening or reading to understand. Instead, they're reading and listening to respond and to react. There's so much power in words, right? I think at this point in our lives, we all know how powerful our words are. And so we have to be very careful of the words that we use to describe a situation or the way that we talk to people, so on and so forth. So last year, when Giselle talked about her experience, these are the things that she said about Chris. "I noticed he was waiting for me. He was very drunk. Chris made me feel completely uncomfortable. Many of married men have tried me. I felt like he was trying to see if I was with it. Maybe I was supposed to say, 'Oh, I can make you happy.' He's a sneaky link." Those are all the things that Giselle said last season, right? Now, mind you, Candiace and Giselle had not spoke this season. Candiace hadn't even spoke pretty much on any of the stuff that happened, and people are saying, "Candiace, why are you bringing it up this season?" Did Candiace bring it up, or was this Giselle that then brought it up this season?
Your husband, Candiace, last year I told you your husband made me feel uncomfortable because he made me go into a bedroom and close the door. That is what happened.
That is what happened. So it's Giselle who now has changed her story and said that he made me feel uncomfortable. He made me go into a room. Emphasis on the made. So there's a difference between implying, "Oh, made is just like asking. It's not that big of a deal." No. A made and an ask is two different things. Made means you have no choice. You have to do it, regardless. Ask means you get to decide if you want to or not. The way that she has put together this narrative of what transpired is very dangerous, and it can be very damaging to someone's career and reputation, especially as a man. Put it this way. We're working our everyday job, right? Out of nowhere, we get called into the office. And HR is like, "Hey, we have to talk to you. We were just talking to Miss Tony. And Miss Tony brought it to our attention that she is very scared. She's nervous. She doesn't want to be here. She's telling us that you made her go into a room and you made her feel very uncomfortable, amongst other things. And so because we don't know the full story of what happened, we're going to go ahead and suspend you while we investigate further to see what took place. At this point, just because you're now, if she adds on to that story, oh, I was also drunk, I was very intoxicated, she could then say he did this, this, and this. We don't know if it's true or not, right? They don't know if it's true or not. But the thing about that is now it's her word against my word. And 9 times out of 10, everyone's going to believe the woman before they believe the man. He's going to be guilty until proven innocent. What Giselle has done is she has created this narrative of somebody that was once like a little brother to her. They had a friendship. He's cooked for this lady. She's been in his house. She's talked about this man penis. She's been flirtatious with him and playful. And now, out of nowhere, he made you feel uncomfortable. Here's the thing. Before you even got to your room, guess what you did? You walked down a whole hallway. So much space and opportunity in this hallway. Once you got to your room and you realized nobody was in your room, you had a choice to make. Hey, nobody's in here, Chris. Let's step outside and talk in the hallway. Or let's go down to the lobby and talk. Or let's go outside and talk. What you did is the door closed and you allowed someone who felt comfortable talking to you to vent. Not one time did you use your voice and say, hey, Chris, this is making me feel uncomfortable. Can you please leave? This is the same Giselle who can be very nasty, who can be brutal with her words, who knows how to use her words, who knows how to advocate for herself and others. We've seen her use her words to be messy, to cause drama. It's not like this is a Giselle who is just quiet. No, this is a Giselle that's very outspoken. Now, all of a sudden, you feel so uncomfortable that you can't use your words, as if you had no choice. And nobody's understanding why Candiace feels the way that she feels. Giselle, you don't understand why Candiace feels the way that she feels? Come on now. Your accusations are not far from sexual assault and or sexual harassment. Made is a strong word. If anybody's making you do anything that you don't want to do, that is a problem. Where's the honesty with compassion? It's as if nobody has compassion for Candiace. Yet you cannot like her. You cannot like Candiace at all. But it's okay to be like, hey, I don't like Candiace, but I can understand where she's coming from. Because had that been my husband, then I would have. Or had that been my wife, then I would have felt the same way. Or I would be advocating on their behalf as well. Because now their character is in question. I don't understand how people are missing the bigger picture here. I have a son. And I teach my son that, hey, don't be putting your hands on no girls. Don't make no girls feel comfortable. You know, consent is very important because they can easily say that you did this, this, and this, and it's going to take a lot for us to prove that you didn't. So it's better to do nothing at all than to do something that we have to now work hard to prove that you didn't do it. That's just the reality of the situation, right? That's just the reality of the situation. I didn't think that it would be this hard for people to grasp the fact that it can be this and that, or there can be a correlation. It doesn't have to be exactly these words are what was used, but you can allude to and insinuate by your actions and your behavior. And Giselle's action and behavior, every time she told this story, it made it even more cringeworthy, creepy, and made Chris look even more worse. As if he's done the most. And not only that, now we're tagging on, he touched this other girl and he did this and he did that. And oh, he was answering DMs in the middle of the night, telling people to come to, like, it starts to, last season was just, it felt like it was a campaign to now drag this man down. I don't think that's fair to nobody. But what I will say is we have to be very careful of always just wanting to respond or react just because we don't like somebody. I think we should be able to understand, because if it was you, how would you handle the situation? But I will say this to Candiace. I feel like you want some type of vindication. You want Giselle to hold herself accountable for exactly what she's done, because you want to, I feel like you want some type of peace, but you may not never get that from Giselle. Knowing who Giselle is, she's a person that likes to play the victim and the villain a whole lot. The reason why you won't get that from her is because then she will have to admit that what she did was wrong. Not saying he didn't make her feel uncomfortable, because if he did, then he did. You know, that's her experience. But she also had the right to ask this man to leave, and she didn't. So she made a choice to allow him to stay in her room and to vent to her. You're dealing with somebody who is a master manipulator. And because she governs herself in that lane, you cannot allow her to continuously live rent-free in your head, because you're never going to get what you want. So then you'll never be at peace. Therefore, you have to find a way to forgive her, forgive the situation, so that you can be at peace, because forgiveness is for you, it's not for the other person. You may never get the apology or the acknowledgement that you want, and that's okay. But you have to find a place of peace and free yourself from this. Don't let this situation own you. You have to own it. And the only way that you can do that is by releasing it, letting it go, not allowing certain things to trigger you, and moving forward in your life. Because it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. And there's nothing that you're going to do to be able to change the way that this woman has shown up and represented herself in the things that she have said. So yeah, I just wanted to jump in here and give my little 2 cents on the situation. You can agree to disagree. You can start the conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? If you have comments or you want to have this great debate, whatever you want to do, I'm all down for it. But just make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you like this video, you thumbs up, you share the video, and yeah. Check out more content from the R&D show coming strong this year. Our next video, we will be talking more about, you know, Candiace, Giselle. We got Married to Medicine, Quad, Simone, and some other things. And of course, Salt Lake City and Monica and those things that took place. So tune in to the R&D show. You know what I'm talking about? Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.